Yo, welcome in, welcome in. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, Penguin, you were first. I'm doing alright, doing alright. When do you expect to ship the game? I don't know, dude. I'm just taking my time with this. I made a backpack icon. I made two. I went with this. I don't know, this one was too much, I think. I need like an icon here, but I didn't know what to put. I tried putting like this, but it looked weird. Also, you don't have buttons in your inventory, so yeah. I think it looks nice though. It'll look better once we actually have an icon. Go Talon E out of the window. Oh. I get it, you're talking about League. Nice. So dumb. Are you an artist? How do you draw that backpack? I don't think I'm an artist. I don't know. I think I've gotten a lot better at UI over the years. I also just take a long time doing it. This little one looks great but too distracting. Yeah, exactly. It was like too much. It was too much. So then I made it a little simpler, and I like it. Kind of dumbed it down. I think a little icon would be nice, but whatever. Leaf, my game is doing good. When do you think it'll get into home recs? It depends how many players you've had and then the stats you have. I would like typically expect it at about a week from release is when you would get like your first home recs. What font are you using? Builder Sans extra bold. I will add that to the FAQ. I forgot I was gonna do that. Oh wait, I did. Wait, did I? I did. No, I don't use Fredoka. I use Builder Sans extra bold. I've used it for the last like 4 games I've made. Fredoka 1. Fredoka 1 is so overused though. Okay. What's up, Sevies? Doing alright. Are you trying out Vide? Nice. What? Okay. Do you use Vide Ripple or just use the regular springs? I just use the regular springs in Vide, although I like the Ripple springs a lot more. That was my biggest gripe when switching from React to Vide, was I missed my Ripple springs. But the Vide ones get the job done. Ripple works with that. Yeah, I know, but nah, it's whatever. My game has pre-built UI, like I've done it via script, but the plugin you use be compatible with it. Almost definitely not. Vignette at the bottom, maybe. Okay. So today, what are we doing? When you equip an item, I want it to be shown on your player and for other players to see, and then we'll go from there on what it actually happens after that. I kind of want to add like a cool like hover effect type deal. I feel like that would be cool. And then yeah, we'll see how difficult that is. I don't know. I want it to look clean, and then we can actually do like the whole like, you know, make the item usable. Got the Steam Deck. The coins are, yeah, they're just a part with a billboard GUI, the coins. The fish, if I can get one, is just the actual item. I guess it has billboard GUI in it too, though. No, I'm not left-handed. I guess this is mirrored, so this is my right hand. You're focusing way too much on how things look and not just making stuff work in a decent pace. I mean, you're right, but I'm also just having fun with this. My goal is not to pump out a game as fast as possible and try and be really efficient and whatever. I'm just trying to have fun making a game and make a well-polished game in the process. Just enjoying the process, really. Yeah, I'm definitely not locked in on, like, trying to get this out. If I was, I would not be spending this much time on it whatsoever. Okay, yeah, so when you equip something, basically, I just made a feature folder, equipment, right here. There's nothing in it, so, I'm thinking basically everything will be considered like equipment client, and then you pass in the player, and then from there you kind of derive everything. Game out yet? No, not even close. Not even close. Pillaging King. The packages. Oh, no, modules. It's for my gen feature tree thing. That I can set up my Rojo like this. Yeah. It's packages you use. I use. Look. This is everything I use. Sift? You don't like Sift? What? Why don't you like Sift? What's wrong with Sift? I think Sift is great. That's such like a specific issue. I've never experienced that. That's funny though. For a video on your networker, dude, it's not worth making a video. It's so basic. And it's like not anything crazy either. English, guys, English. Okay, so what this feature will do... Oh, weird. Obvious. What equipment, or what this feature will do is it will track every player's, equipped items, replicate the IDs and the level and all that to the clients, and then the clients will basically create the items and manage like the life cycle of them being like which one's equipped, when it like attacks a certain thing, or if there is attacks. Not gonna go into that or anything like that, but that's what this feature will kind of control. And features are basically like slices of your game, broken up into just like features. So make a video about your gen feature tree. No, someone made a replacement for it called row gen, I believe. And I think there's actually docs and like easy setups for it. Aren't using cons for the table? I don't know. Just used local for over 10 years, so now stuck with it. I use cons when I like actually make like, you know, like, I don't know. Whatever. Okay. Let's say just in it, I guess. I am. I don't make loading screens, so I don't know what I would do. Okay, so then I want to basically track players, track their equipped items. So I basically just need to like listen to the changed event on each player, which I could just use self.player data. Will be service player data. New. And then basically this allows me to hook into a player added function. And then I'll just do local player data template, that, and type player data shirt. And then, yup. This also gives me the data, which is just going to be a blank table for now. Can I ask how your game got 100 million visits even though I've never seen it? Defender's Depot? Defender's Depot is a really old game, so it was popular like 5 or 6 years ago. If you're talking about that on my profile. Slime RNG has like 500 million plays though. That was really big like a month ago. Yeah, Overseer. I like Vide over React personally. Sift is for table utilities. Table utility functions. So I could do like Sift, dictionary, and then there's a bunch of just like table utility functions. A general Hochi tutorial. Look up rowgen. Someone made an easier tool. Okay. So when a player is added, I basically want to subscribe to their data. So I'll say data.service, wait for data player. How much time it took me to make Slime RNG? 5 weeks. Slime RNG was like the quickest game I ever made. Hi, Life, I'm 15. I've been creating simple games, different systems to learn and gain experience. What do you think? I'm glad I'm one of your favorites. I mean, yeah, just keep at it. I don't actually need data here. Okay, and then what I'll do is say data player equipped changed. And then I'll make a function. Hey, what's up, guys? Doing alright. I'll make a function just called replicate equipped for player. And when your equip changes, I'll say self self-replicate equipped player. Yeah. This like won't fully work now that I'm thinking about it, because this just tracks the ID. Like this will just give me a an array of strings which points to the unique ID. So like let's say I level up something, then like that ID has changed. You know what I mean? This is equipped IDs. You can see here it's an array of strings. Like technically what I should do is subscribe to those those as well. Just do something like, I mean, maybe not. Maybe what we could do is like when you level up something, we say replicate equipped. So like inside of level service or inventory service, I mean. We could just say when we upgrade something and it's equipped. So like basically we would just like look to see if it's equipped here. If it is, then we would replicate. I don't love that. But it would be by far the easiest way to do it. Where do developers even find about these underground modules? I've never heard about Vide or things like that. They're not underground. You just need to, if you're not familiar with the open source ecosystem on Roblox, then like you just won't be exposed to any of it. Why'd you choose feature based? Dude, it just makes the most sense. No, Furzy. I'll kind of explain. So features are basically slices of the game's logic. So like right now I'm working on the equipment like feature or the inventory. Okay, but inside of each feature, there is like client and server related stuff like right next to each other, which is great for the developer experience. However, there's a big issue here. You don't want to expose the client to the server-sided code, right? So what I made a tool that basically maps files to their corresponding spots in Roblox Studio. So if I look at inventory right here, you can see we have inventory service client, inventory service server right next to each other. But then inside of Studio, if I go to replicate storage, source, features, inventory, you can see the client's here, but the server is not. The server gets automatically mapped into the server. Pretty cool. Same thing goes for like classes. So if I go to buttons, you can see we have button server, server. Kind of the same here. Essentially exactly that. An iris G. How does importing work if you need to require? What do you mean? If I want inventory server, it already knows like inventory server. Oh, I got the client on accident. Inventory service server. You can see server script service features. It's already mapped. Just because they're next to each other in VS Code, just because the files are next to each other, does not mean that where they're mapped. Because basically what you do is you manipulate the default project JSON. Basically my tool writes all of this out. And someone made a more user-friendly version of mine called RoadGen. You guys keep it to English, please. Otherwise, I'll have to mute. Any tips? Just keep building. Experience is what you need. Basically what I want to do here is map out like this. And then I need to basically get the values. So local equip items. And then for ID and equipped IDs too. And then I'll just say equipped items ID will be data player inventory ID. Thoughts on Roblox releasing build? Stupid. Promote quality of code or quality of experience. Like user experience versus developer experience? I think both are important, but in the end, the only thing that actually matters is the user experience. If the developer experience allows you to create a better user experience, then maybe, I don't know. I value developer experience very highly though. Yeah, lollipop. Yeah, unfortunately, code quality does not correlate to CCU. Right, and then I'm gonna make a function that the client is gonna be allowed to call. That's just called like get equipped. And this will return essentially everything. I guess what we could do here is when we call replicate equip, we can say self player data. Wait, what? Self player data. What? What is happening? Dude, the autocomplete is dying right now. Yeah, and then I'll say equipped is a table which we can typecast to basically string of item data template item data. And this will return. Okay. Put on. So basically just loop through the players. And All players equipped. Here's an example where I could use Sift, by the way. Just kidding, I can't. But dude, the Copilot is so annoying. Oh my goodness, I might disable it. Is Charm or Sift more useful? They do two different things. What is happening? Why is there a random self here? What? What is happening, bro? I'm so confused. What's... It's like my autocomplete or like Copilot is just going crazy right now. Service player data is for service, non-persistent service data. Just for like a service level. So this data belongs to this service. And then like, what is this? No. Alright, I'm actually gonna disable Copilot. This is so annoying. Did they like update it or something? Why is it like way more annoying than normal? How come I did get the inventory and then ID instead of both would work? This would get me the inventory table and then index the table with the ID. So like both would work here. Both would work completely fine. Technically, this would be slightly more efficient. Like ever so slightly more efficient. But both would work completely fine. Yeah, like it's extremely minuscule and like both are completely fine though. Yeah, this just gets the raw table basically a step earlier. But whatever. Okay. Oh, I guess when a player leaves, we also need to player removing. Mnemonic. And like technically I should really do this. Clone the table so it's not mutatable. Jiggle physics. What? That's crazy. Okay. So this should all work. Basically, this will just track every player's equipped data and replicate it to client. The client needs to know how to receive it though, or what to do with it. So let's create the client version. Equipment, service, client. It's like weird, like you don't realize how much you are relying on Copilot until you disable it. But I also feel like you're able to like think clearer without it constantly screaming at you. Is this prime leaf? Am I tough? I don't know. Okay. And then what we're gonna do is say local all equipped would be self dot. I guess we need to define what networker is. Networker client new equipment service self and then self dot networker fetch whatever this is. Okay, equip. And we need to allow the client to call this. And then we should also throw this in the task spawn because we don't want to yield on the initialization thread. That's right. Leaf monster. Yeah, and then what we'll probably end up doing is have a class for each player that just controls all of their equipment. Yeah. So I'll make a new folder called classes, and inside of it, like we're gonna have an equipment class, and then this will have it'll control all of the children, like items. I'm trying to think of a name that like fits that. Leaf, could you not have a state syncing module instead of using fetch every time you need it? I'm only calling fetch once. Yeah, I watched the World Cup final yesterday. It's glad Spain won. Although I wish there were more goals. Let's call this equipment controller, maybe? I don't really need Trump sync. Like, I do see in this scenario, it is a little redundant what I'm doing. Charm sync definitely could be used here, you're right. It's fine. Yeah, no problem, Nick. Yeah, I guess in this scenario it is kind of gross doing what I'm doing. I should just make like a synced value. Like, yeah, that actually makes me really want to do like make my own thing that's backed by the same values that this is using. I'm not gonna do that right now, but that just why test spawn here? Because you don't want to yield in the init. to type equipped item data will be data template item data inventory. Okay. Let's think. So basically when this changes, yeah, the disallowed goal, dude, that was so stupid. Yeah, that was so bad, dude. Actually so bad. There were some pretty hilarious fouls that game. Yeah, I know VS Code snippets. I just I've never felt the need to set them up. It's really whatever. Is it just set meta table or I forget how it, and you have to type of, I think. The new way to do it. No, I don't really watch fighting kind of stuff. Project's gonna get a V2 soon? Oh, really? Is there something wrong with it that it needs a V2? I've never looked at it besides like the initial post. I forget who sent it to me. Check the open source. Is there like what's the reason for the update though? Like, is there something wrong with it? Yeah, you can ping me. Leaf and Tung Tung Sahur collab when? Nope. So what's the purpose though? Just a refactor? That's awesome, Game Joy. Yeah, dude, Crush Robots, it's a technical masterpiece. Maybe not gameplay wise, but technically, really awesome. Best UI by far. The Crashbots UI. Yeah, I think the Crashbots UI was very, very good. I spent so long on this game. Insane looking back. How do you make the icons? You make everything in Figma. I made this on stream actually. No, I'm never gonna make an icon pack. Yeah, UI and icons in Figma. Yep, Crashbots was all done in React. That's the game where I learned React. Essentially, game creep, yeah. Dude, making 50 icons would take me so much longer than 3 hours. Couple mil, maybe. Yeah, I am doing devlogs for this. I've been recording them. Okay, and then I guess what I'll do. Double various. Yeah. Local. We'll just lazily create these. Equipment controller is self.equipment controllers player. If not equipment controller, then local new controller will be equipment controller dot new for player and equipped items. Else we'll just say equipment controller set equipped items. Equipped items, and then self dot equipment controllers player is new controller. Sure, doing dev streams, nice. On Twitch or YouTube or both? Some people despise indexing by player, but I don't really care. I've never had any issues with it. Either works. Some people like to do user ID, which like I totally understand, to be honest. Yeah. If non-equipped items, then return. If equipment controller, then equipment controller destroy. Which doesn't exist, so I need to create that function. Equipment controller destroy. And then tick. That's progress. Slow, but just enjoying it. So, does Vide have a hydrate? I'm actually unsure. I can check. Yeah, oh yeah, that's right. You can pass in an instance to the create function. So yeah, that would be essentially hydrate. Oh, maybe not though. A new instance that is a clone of the given instance. Okay, wait. No, I'm wrong. Maybe not. Vide.apply? Is that a thing? Dude, why do they not, like, the API reference and then there isn't... There is an apply. Okay. That seems like it. It's not documented anywhere, though. The Vide docs could be a lot better. Yeah. I'm not seeing it anywhere. But apply looks like it. Yeah, dude. I switched from Fusion years ago at this point. And haven't looked back. Oh, really? Is it that bad? At Tikita. I need context. I don't know what. I was getting 6? That's so funny. What? Fusion literally is 6? Or 5 FPS? Dude, that's so bad. Was 0.2? Okay, 0.2 is a lot better. What did 0.3 do? I used 0.2 when I used it. What about Vide? How does Vide do? Oh yeah. Vide's good at least. That's React 1. Dude, there's so many different React React ones. I don't know. There's not like a specific. Never even heard of Agus Blend. All looks the same. You have to look at these numbers down here. Yeah, Vide does well. Good. This is funny. I never knew this was a thing. Oh, they got React in here? What? Uncap your... Oh, is my FPS capped? Oh, what? Why? Vide, I'm getting 155. React. What's just like a basic React one? Component binding. Component custom state. Oh, wow. React component binding. Now let's do Fusion. Dude, why is Fusion so bad? What went wrong in 0.3? I never did I never used 0.3. I used 0.2. But even 0.2 caps at 45. Dang. So Fusion is just bad, dude. Holy crap. I've never seen the actual numbers behind it. That's pretty crazy. Another classic dropping soon. I've been cooking something up. I know it doesn't look like it based on what I'm doing right now, but I've been cooking. A React component state. Oh, doesn't React actually have like it hinders its performance if it's going too hard, or I don't know if you know what I mean when I say that. Like, if the frame time goes above a certain amount, React will whatever it's called. Cap or whatever, I don't know. You can tell what framework is easier by the amount of tests in this game. Wait, true. Okay, this enforces my Vide supremacy. Clash Royale UI? Yeah, it's based on Clash Royale. An incremental game? Who knows, dude? Who knows? I got a fish. Make inventory icon? Yeah. I just made that, I guess I finished earlier today. I made this, but it was too detailed, so I kind of dumbed it down a little bit. And then, I feel like there should be an icon here, but I couldn't, I don't know. It looked weird with the button, so I didn't know what to do. Yeah, just doing everything solo. I prefer it that way. Where was I? How do you not get bored while scripting? I genuinely enjoy it. Yeah, I'll be at RDC. Although, unfortunately, I'm missing the last day, which really sucks. But I have a wedding that I need to attend to. But I will be there. Yeah, I know. The last day is the best day, which really sucks. But it's okay. No, I'm not. It's not my wedding. Imagine you're nominated for something. Yeah, dude, I know. Nominated for biggest gambling addiction game. Yeah, I don't even know. Yeah, for sure. RDC is always so much fun. If anyone that's watching ever gets invited, definitely go. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, Lucky Matt. I know a lot of Roblox employees are familiar with my game too. And I don't know. We'll see. Just getting nominated would be cool. I don't think I would win anything. Just because the game died, but getting nominated would be cool. Yeah, there's also Grow Garden 2 though. I don't know. Which, like, Grow Garden kind of swept a lot of the awards last year, so I don't know. Yeah. Okay. Equip change. This is all good. We destroy if you don't have equips. Set equips. Okay. Set equips. Okay, and then I'll just make equipment item. Kind of a long word, but we're kind of, I don't know what I'm trying to say. Crashbots 2 win. We would need what? ID? Item ID, which is string, and item data, which is an item data. Yeah, thing is, I don't know when nominations will be. Dude, I feel like they took a long time this year. I was really hoping nominations would be like a month ago. But they took so long, even just like sending out invites this year. It's just weird. Yeah, they started the questionnaire and then what's it called? Canceled it or not canceled it? Took it down in less than a day when they said it would be gonna be open. For a week or something like that. I didn't even get the chance to look at it. Don't have keyboard escape isn't. Wait, what? Dude, what are they doing? That's actually insane. Yeah, that's absurd. Turn 18, 20 days after. Oh, shoot. Did you get invited? So you're unable to go? Is Roblox downer now? Is that? Maybe? Seven LCC was all bots. Dude, I don't get that. I feel like there's such a large sentiment in Roblox that for some reason, whenever there's a popular game, everyone assumes it's all bots. One single advice for a game to do well: onboarding and funnels. Any new assets for the button game? The inventory icon. I think that's it though. Yeah, I'm using a storybook plugin. Text under the button glowing. This? It's Billboard GUI. So when you're playing the game, it follows your camera. The story behind pronouncing gooey. That's how you pronounce it, bro. Literally, look. Pronouncing gooey as gooey is the most common and accepted way to say it. Alternatively, you can spell it out by saying each letter. Both are correct, but gooey is preferred by most software developers and everyday users for its conventional speed. See? Told you. True. Using AI. Oh. Graphical user interface. Yeah, true. Why don't we all just say that? Okay. So what I'm gonna do is ooey. The Hogman raid. One man army. Let's do this. I'm in controller. Update. No, I'm not using TypeScript. What? Why are we mad? Oh, is this supposed to be this? Ow. What? I can maybe explain how I structure UI in a bit. What? Why do I need to do that, by the way? That doesn't make sense. Right? Okay. Because I did not need to do that here. Right? Yeah. Okay. Curious background music. Sorry. I'm listening to other stuff. I don't really know what it sounds like. So tilted update con equals run service dot heartbeat connect function ET number. Do we even need DT? I'm gonna use OS clock. Right? Actually, pause. Yeah, do you want the total time? And then item update. Thing is, like, I guess I could just say, isn't calling OS clock every update cycle like not ideal? I guess it's fine. I swear there used to be a thing here that said, like, this isn't as performant. Yeah, whatever. Then I guess we don't need to even consider DT. And we just pass in T. I also want to pass in the C frame. So char CF. Just be, this is guaranteed to always be a C frame. And then what I'll do is say local char is player self.player.char. If char, then self.char CF equals char get pivot. Char CF is C frame. Update con is, what is it? RBX strip connection. What's up, Bear? Yeah, dude. An MMORPG is just, that's a ton of work. RPGs are so much work. What's up, LXE Dev? Definitely focusing on one. I think working on 3 at the same time would be a lot. Okay, so we'll pass in the trust CF as well as the time into the update function. I think like this. And then inside of destroy, oh, we already have destroy. Cool. Why is this NA? Equipment item. What? Dude, what is going on with the type checker today? Is it because I'm doing... Yeah, I'm just gonna do the old way of set of this because this just like is not working. Type of set meta table. Yeah, now it works. Okay. So you just need to do it. You can't use the new set meta table, I guess. Interesting. Mix up the meta table and the object table. What do you mean? You just said the same thing twice. Whatever, this works. It was equip item equals set meta table. Yeah. Hey, I'm glad you like it, PXN. I think it's awesome too. Okay. So then let's make the update function. Equipment. Let's do CF. Keyframe and T is a number. Yeah, Glaris, I do that quite often. Because if I do the colon operator like this, and now I do self dot, notice how I'm not getting anything? Nothing, okay. And then back like this, self dot, suddenly we have everything. awesome, Hayden. You have to use it for, yeah, a lot of things. When you call it, you can call it with a colon operator. But just when you define the functions, define it like this. Subslip. Okay. Okay, so now we need to define basically open issue and get up. Yeah, I saw that. I will probably it's a really easy fix. I just need to loop through the array backwards. Kind of a stupid mistake. I guess I never thought about the case of you disconnecting inside of a changed, which is honestly a pretty common thing. I shouldn't even consider it. But yeah, just iterating through the changed events backwards instead of forwards would fix that. So it'd be really easy to fix. I'm done with Slime RNG. It's fun. I've moved on. Yes, the game will just sit there. One sec. Okay. Okay, there's no map, but the game's pretty much works already. Yeah, that's how kind of everything works for me. I do like the map blast. That's the new UI shadow. The fact it doesn't work on text is laughable. It's like the main use case is text. Oh, you name the game? I have no clue. And then... Wait. Okay. Let's do... T times B. Hover data.amp. Speed offset. I don't know, something like that. Okay. And then maybe we do like goal. The blocks. What's up, Cody Rocky? No, I see everything solo. And then maybe we just say like self goal. I guess we need like the model as well, right? Well, like maybe we have a model. I think like there's definitely a possibility that the model doesn't exist. Will just be a PV instance. And then, so we need to set the goal. So let me do, I'll just give it a basic offset for now. But eventually, like, depending on what the layout order of the item is where it would be, like, on the player. Yeah. So I'll give it a basic offset, and I'll just say the goal is, like, cast in C-frame plus offset plus whatever this is, right? Yeah. Local CF offset. Char offset. Let's be C-frame new. Something like this. I don't know. And then, so the new goal would be, local goal would be CF times char offset times cframe.new xyz. And then we would need our current CF. I'll just say CF is what? I guess a blank C-frame, right? And then when we actually add the item, I guess, well, we can set this to nil. Yeah, we can set this to nil. Or, well, what we can do is check the distance between these two. If, let me say local mag is self.cf dot position minus goal dot position dot mag up if mag is greater than, I don't know, just be like local max distance, set it to be like 100, I guess. If it's greater than max distance, then we set self.cf equals goal. Okay. And then if not model, if the model does not exist, then we simply return. Well, we can lerp the C frame right away, actually. Yeah, because we have a goal, we have a mag. I'll say else if mag is less than or equal to 1e -3. Then well, I guess we could, well, no. I'll come back to that. So we can just lerp here. We'll say local new is self CF lerp goal. Oh, we do want a DT still, huh? Yeah, we need DT. Wait. Couldn't we technically just... This takes into account T already. So we don't even need to lerp. Which means, what are we doing? We're just setting self CF to goal. So CF is CF times char offset times that, yeah. And then what? If models exist, you return. If it does exist, then we say self model pivot to self CF. And then to determine if the model should exist or not, it should be based off of distance from the local player's camera. But for now, we can just assume it always exists. And we can say that model is, I'll just do this. Self.model is going to be instance.new part. Self.model dot, okay, bro, please IntelliSense. Part dot anchored true. Part dot can collide is false. Part dot parent is workspace. Self dot model equals part. On destroy we say self if self dot model then self model destroy. Make sense? And then set equipped items. So what we need to do we lazily create equipment controller, and then we call set equipped items on it whenever item says changed, or destroy it if items are nil. We set equipped items, so we need to loop through the current items, see if they exist. If they don't, set them to nil, and then loop through the new items, create them if they don't exist. Yeah. So for self equipment items, for not self, for item ID, equipment item in self equipment items, do if not equipped items, item ID. So if your item doesn't exist, then we say equipment item destroy, and then we also say self equipment items item ID is nil. Yeah, so we remove non-existent ones, and then we need to build the ones that don't exist. So then we would loop through equipped items for item ID, item data in equipped items. I really want to name this equipped item data. Equipped items data, I would rather. For item ID, item data, and equipped items data, do if not self equipment items item ID, then we need to create the new one. So I'll say local equipment item will be equipment item new, which would be self.player item ID item data, right? Yeah. And then we can say self, set this equal to that. Item. So this gets rid of the stale old ones that don't exist anymore. This adds the new ones that don't exist. Yeah. Okay. What are the odds everything just works? Thoughts? Nothing happened. Oh, wait. Okay. Nothing happened because we don't have equipping being set up. Oh, we do. It's just not firing. Hold on. Oh no, we just straight up don't have equipping. I'll just say equipped. So we get the equipped, and then let's say if table.find equipped item ID, then return. If number of equipped is greater than or equal to inventory service utils enums max slots, then we return. Otherwise, we say data player equipped insert item ID. Okay, and then we need what? Remove or unequip? Unequip. We get the index. If index, then data player equipped remove index. Yeah, simple as that. Somehow managed to equip two. Oh, because this needs to not replicate. Right. Nil, false. It's just nil or false. I mean. No, it's because the client does it first. Like here, so that you immediately see the reaction, or you immediately see the action, and then the server can lag behind. So we need to not replicate this call, basically. I also need to give access to unequip. Okay, so I'm getting the equip change. I'm not actually seeing. Equip change, replicate equip. So am I getting where? How far am I getting? Like, am I getting all the way here? Oh, I'm never initializing the first equipped items. I just need to say self equip item or set equipped items. Equipped items. Yeah. Okay, it's the tiniest bit of hovering you've ever seen. But it is hovering. On our way back from Roblox Inspire. Nice. There we go. We got a little bit more hovering now. Yeah, I don't like how it's stuck to your person though. That's why we need to lerp. Math.larp coming in. Million CCU instantly. We have a floating brick. Yeah, this is why we need to LARP though. And then I'll just say self CF LARP. The goal. Yeah, so this is why we need DT. This is where I was earlier. It's fine. We have DT. I just wasn't using it. It seems strange to have to do, like, I'm doing DT, but I also have OS clock, so it's like, I don't love that, but it doesn't really matter. I don't know, we could do like, make it pretty rigid, I suppose. broke it. Dude, I wish I could like see if there's errors, but Roblox just spams me. Oh. Oh. Kind of choppy though. Is this too high or what? No, that's just how it is. It's fine. Should I do like a tiny bit of rotation as well? Permission to leave the stream? No. You have to stay. With its moving direction? Oh, I see. Ooh, that gets complicated. Wait, does it though? Because I could just get DT, or DX, DY, DZ. I literally have that here. Local delta. Delta would be that, and then I Peblate. Isn't this just a vector already though? Like, couldn't I just do unit here? Local unit is delta dot Let me try something. Let's just see what this looks like. Genuinely curious. These are gonna be tiny though. Kind of hard to tell. Yeah, the orientation is non-existent. Okay, wait. Maybe we get rid of the radian. Whoa. Wait, did that do it? I think that did it. Wait, that's kind of cool though. Whoa. I think it needs to be clamped at like a certain max. Yeah, I think it needs to be tweaked a little bit because when like the character's moving, it kind of goes overboard. I think it does look very good though. Yeah, when the character moving, why is that? Well, I could just make it only based off of the delta of the previous, like, change in the offset position rather than comparing it to the change of the final position. And just completely disregard basically character position in terms of rotation. So like this delta here, instead of doing goal minus whatever, we just do prev goal. Which is just a C-frame. Well, yeah, I guess it would just be C-frame.new. And then up here, rev goal. And then we say, instead of delta here, we can say like this, and then we can do hover delta. Hover delta is goal.position minus self.prevGoal minus position. And then instead of delta, we do hover delta. And then we need to set the prep goal. Like that. Goals calculated there. Okay, yeah. Oh, it broke. Why? Wait, this is still considering. Hover delta is. Let's change this to be prev goal offset. Hover delta will be goal offset dot position minus self prev goal offset position, right? And then we say self.prev goal offset equals goal offset. Right? Goal times equals. You don't. Right? Or delta. What did I do that it doesn't work anymore? But why? I don't understand why. It's so weird. Like, that's great. What happened? It's when I move. I could just clamp it. Yeah, maybe I should just clamp it. Like, what? Half high? I don't fully understand why my other thing wasn't working though. What? What is going on? I'm so confused. Like, it's so good when I'm not moving. What is happening? Yeah, it's anchored. It's anchored. It's anchored. Yeah. Clamp it more. I think I have my math wrong somewhere, to be completely honest. This isn't bad, though. Yeah, it's like, depending on which way I'm moving, it's going like a different way. No, it's not supposed to be rotating around the player. I mean, this isn't bad. What's up, Andrew? Yeah, it's like weird. See, like, depending on which way I'm moving, the block is like facing it. Like right now, it's facing towards me. You know what I mean? It's like down, angled like this. So you'd think whenever I'm moving, it would be facing down towards me. But when I'm moving this way, it's angled up. which is not what should happen. It's like depending on what axis it's on. And now it's angled to the side. It's like not... It's like being world axis aligned, not player axis aligned. Because of why? What happens if you jump? Well, it should be based off of human report. It's based off the character's pivot. But I'm messing something up somewhere. This may be a case of where I ask AI what the issue is. It's a very, like, technical thing that just requires it to dig through code. Not generating code. I mean, it's probably just this, is it not? Wait, it actually just is this. Yeah, it's actually just this. Like that? Getting my AI to convert projects to t-shirt. Oh, nice. Would that work, do you think? Vector 3. Oh, whoops. Magnitude is not a valid member of C-frame. You're running using VS Code. Not as your very first game, but okay. This is good. It's facing the wrong direction, but it's actually good because it's consistently turned the wrong direction. Yeah. Because now I can just apply, I can just rotate it. I mean, the other option... I don't know if this will work. I don't know if this will make any difference. It might, actually. No, it just flips it. Okay. Well, that's also not what I want at all. Okay, definitely the other way. Okay, what's weird, though... Oh, boy. The bets. Because the hover has the correct orientation, does it not? Oh, wait. Dude, it's so hard to tell. How do you do that? I've done you. Right click and explore. I made the inventory icon, I promise. I have the Figma proof. I seriously can't tell if, like, I'm assuming it just is wrong consistently, because it wouldn't make any sense for the hover to be right. Like, I think everything just needs to be, like, rotated, or, like, the X needs to be Y, or Y needs to be X, or something like that. And we should just guess until it works. Thoughts? Take the walk of shame and use AI. Just hold on. I almost got it. That's strange. What? Okay, wait. What? I'm in local. So it is the X that should be going forward, but Z. So X and Z need to be switched. X and Z need to be switched. Yeah, I made slime RNG. Should it be flipped the other way, though? Like, should it be negative? Like if I'm going this way, does that make sense or should it be the other way? Flip it? Okay. Oh yeah. There we go. There we go. Leaf is the AI, yeah. Click on the button. Yeah, all the button parts are on Blender, yeah. Replace the part with the fish. I like the brick. It is really smooth. It's crazy how much you can, how much effort you can put into like one little thing. You know what I mean? Like, you know, like the videos that's like 10-second painting versus 10-minute versus 10-hour versus 10-day or something like that. It's like a pet follow system, like 1 second versus like, you know, however long this took. An hour or whatever. Yeah, the 1 second diversion throwing attach. Yeah, weld it to the body or to the root part or whatever. You know, fun fact, this is my first time ever using math.noise. The floating fish. Not gonna lie, your pet following is low-key better. I'm going back to the lab. Good luck. Why is this? This is just a. It's just a random part that I have. I have a random coin here too. Just because I'm curious, what this will look like. I don't think it'll look that good, because this was a random model I got off of the toolbox. But actually not bad. It needs to be rotated like 90 degrees though. The fish looks dead. Yeah, it needs to be rotated. Old. Oops. Angles. Oh god, what axis do you think this is? Not that axis. There we go. My little buddy. My buddy. Your game started getting charge traffic today? Ooh, nice. He's so happy. The vlog update with fish. True, I should record an update for it. No, fish has nothing to do with this game. Wait, if I remove it, does it actually work? It does. Okay, let me record an update, I guess. I need to talk about the inventory button, and then also, obviously this. How you make this cool effect. Rewind an hour. This is what I've been doing today. We also need to add like the tag to it. You know how this says like 1 in 26 fish or whatever? We need to add something so that like it's obvious that it's like a common or whatever. I kind of feel like the Y goes too much. We like divide this way too. And then clamp it more. I guess I don't really want to divide it by 2 though. I guess I could. Nah, it's fine. We'll just clamp it more. Okay, let me record the update to the devlog. Goes way too downward. Yeah, but I actually think it's fine now. I don't know, it's not that big of a deal. Okay. I'm gonna have to hide chat and mute the music. Sorry. Okay. Is everyone ready? Maybe let me actually unequip this first. Yeah. Yeah, I'll start in here. Start recording. Okay, and then I threw together this inventory icon. I had this like more detailed one, but I think it just like was way too detailed for compared to the other icons, so I kind of dumbed it down a little bit. Yeah, I think it looks all right. And then here's what it actually looks like in game. Just have like, you know, the text on it, and down at the bottom there is like a tiny little drop shadow too, which you might be able to see, I don't know. And then obviously you click it and it opens. Pretty crazy. Okay. And then hold. Okay, and now when you equip something, it actually like is equipped to you, so you can kind of see this here. There's this really nice like hover effect that you can kind of see. I'm really happy with how it turned out. I think it looks really, really good. And it just kind of follows you around like this. Maybe it looks a little goofy when it's following you, but it gets the job done. The way I'm doing this is by utilizing like noise, map.noise, which I've actually never used before, so this was something fun to learn. Wasn't too bad, but yeah, I think it looks really nice, and we'll get a use for these items in a bit. There we go. I did it. Make them go through parse it. Yeah, they won't get stuck. W YouTuber. It does go too far down, I agree. I think maybe we can change this a lot actually. Divide this by like 14, double it. Really? It's still... Okay, we gotta do way more. Wait, what? It's hard for me to think in terms of radians when it's this low. Half, quarter. Yeah, I'm just gonna put it into radians. I can't think. We do, or put it into degrees, I mean. Like 5 degrees? What? Yeah, it's not y-axis. What? How though? I'm in local space right here. It's Z. That is so confusing. So it's this. Oh yeah, it's the first one because Z is X. Jesus Christ. AI could have already done this. AI could have already done this. Go do it then. I'm literally not anti-AI, by the way. I hate how AI is turned into the new crypto bros. So annoying how everyone tries to shove it in your face. Nice. A lot quicker and more efficient. It's definitely not more efficient. The code it produces is pretty terrible. It works. I don't deny that. I've used codecs and that kind of stuff in previous games. Previous game, I guess. A great success. It's just not as fun for me. Bro, when is Figma? What? What does that mean? Camera check on click. I experimented with that and it was kind of bad. It just like was disorienting and didn't add anything. I think when you get a rare one maybe, but every click no. Because I was thinking about that. Inventory UI sick, you make yourself. If you did, how? Yeah. I made a lot of this on stream, actually. Yeah, a lot of it's images. Pretty much everything is an image except for the text, I guess. I don't really use like frames with UI corners and stuff like that. This fish is so derpy. I love it. I wonder if anyone copies this game when he shows the code on the streams. Yeah, people do. You combine your images in the spreadsheet. No. Really not that worth it on Roblox. Like, you definitely could, but I don't think it's that worth it. The biggest images are 1,000 by 1,000, and like an icon, you're looking at probably around 200 by 200. So like, I mean, yeah, you could, but like, does that? I don't know. Does that actually save much? Where do you get most icons used? I make them all. Something like that. This probably needs to be a bit smaller though. I don't know, actually. It's better at the one. Okay, thing is that the odds are, like, they're not gonna actually show. Like, chances. It's complicated. Technically, they do have chances, but the chance can change depending on where you get it. That's why I would rather it just be like common, rare, whatever. You know what I mean? Got intel. I think this looks sweet. No, you have not. How can you know if I don't know? Can all players see the fish? Yeah, they should be able to. The way I coded this should be fully multiplayer right away. How do I do server and client? Anthony. Okay, so theoretically, this should all just work out of the box. If I equip a fish on this screen. Yeah. Fully multiplayer. Oh, I guess you can't. There, now you can see. Fish global. Except, it's still all client-sided, so if I switch to server. Oops. Switch to server, you'll see there are no fish from the server. Oh, was that your post? Yeah, I saw that. Okay, cool. Let's put, I guess, the... Let's commit this first. I guess we should do this too. Well, no, it's fine. So basically, just grab the item info attachment and parent it to the object. Probably the root. I'll have to rotate this. I guess the real issue is that the fish is just rotated 90 degrees. I'll also have to switch this to be stud offset instead of world offset. A lot of not centered. You gain XP by leveling up your items, like fish. If I level this up, I get 45 XP. Level this up, I get more XP. Yeah, dude, Twitter's so annoying. Every single post is just glazing AI. I hate how everyone is like so like, I don't even know what the word is. Like braggy about AI. Yeah, it's the inventory is based off of the Clash Royale upgrade system. And it's like all these posts are like they can't even go through the effort of writing the posts. They get AI to write the post too. It's just like, yeah, dude, it's just annoying. Like, it's just like I don't get why. Like, I got why crypto bros were constantly like shilling their coins, you know, because they're gonna make money from it. But what do they get from promoting the tools that they're using? I just don't get it. Engagement farming, I guess. They get more likes. Yeah, I do like RNG games. Jump over the button. I need to make it so if you jump on the button, it presses, and it shoots you up too. I think that'd be funny. That fish better not be. Yeah, what are the odds this fish stays? They're very low. Oops. Okay, I'm probably gonna end stream here though. Kinda did what I wanted to do. Curious to use user input service for your buttons. For like my UI buttons? For UI buttons, I just do like dot activated or whatever. Click the button one last time. Okay. Yeah, activated works on everything. Yeah, once turned into 64. Yeah, activated works on everything. Mouse button one down. I don't think... mouse button one down can get really weird, I believe. Yeah, I guess you can jump on it. Mouse button one down, I think, can be buggy, though. Can it not? Especially on controller. I think on mobile it technically does work, though. Yeah. Okay. GG's. I'm ending stream. We have a floating fish. I think it looks amazing. Yeah. All right. See you guys. Goodbye.